Hey, John, let me ask you a question about risk mitigation. How does EM&S play in that field, and what kind of companies would be concerned about this?
Well, we can't speak for everyone in the food business, but we tend to focus on larger companies because of the amount of decentralization, the amount of diversification of approach and systems, and the widespread supplier base. The chances for risk is huge because there's no overarching control mechanism. There's no overall management of specifications to make sure that everyone is shipping the correct material to the correct enterprise plants. And so that leaves pretty much a local control, and they are, let's just put it this way, they are without the right tools to manage that type of risk because they're doing it the same way they've done it all along. Paper COAs, they bird dog certifications and audits, they use email for non-conformance tracking resolution. So there's not the type of discipline there that gives rise to risk mitigation. It's an open season for problems.
What kind of advice could you give companies that are individuals that need to sell risk to this, sell solutions to the C-suite?
Well, you know, the corporation that was most involved in the Penal Corporation of America litigation, where allegedly 9 people were killed, they saved money not doing quality assurance the way we're recommending for several years, relying on audits. So what that did is ended up causing them approximately, as I remember from the press at the time, was $80 million in costs to remedy the recall situation for not doing quality assurance on a lot-by-lot, day-by-day basis for the materials that were key to those products. So you pay me now or you pay me later, so that's $80 million. Those executives now have been burned and recognize that investing in quality assurance processes and systems is the safer bet and a more cost-effective bet.
Could you talk to the point about preventative versus reactive?
Yes, I think the whole idea of material validation says that you're not going to wait for a non-conformance, like to jump on it and correct it and change processes. You're going to install material validation processes that ensure that the material that comes from your suppliers is in-spec before it leaves their facilities. They've got real-time validation of the material specification fit and conformance. They've got trend information to go by online. They've got online scorecards. So before that material ships from down the street or from across the state or across the country or from 6,000 miles away, it's in spec before it leaves that facility. Now you've got a supply chain that at least when the material leaves the supplier, it's in spec, and that then causes the reduction in non-conformance handling and the money recoveries and all the other problems that non-conformances bring, and materials sail through production to a more consistent final product. So it's material validation done online to the supplier, no matter what distance away, that in the end reduces the amount of interruptions, non-conformances, and the reactive posture most companies are in when they're sourcing from around the world.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Bye.